Greetings, this is Music Theory Made Easy Online with Mr. Chika. In this 6th video, we will be learning all about the keyboard settings. So, at the end of this topic, you will understand the following aspects of keyboard settings. 1. Tones and semitones. 2. Enharmonics, and 3. Accidentals. It is very important to watch previous videos if you are visiting this channel for the first time, so you can follow the topics sequentially. The different pitches on the piano or keyboard are measured by what is called tone and semitone. A tone simply means one step between two closed keys on the keyboard. For example, the distance between C and D is a tone, or full step. This is because there is a black key in between C and D. So, whenever there is a black key in between two closed white keys, the distance is called a tone. Let's see more examples. From the illustration, notice that between the key of D and E, there is a black key. So the distance is called a tone. F and G have a black key in between them, and that is a tone distance. G and A have a black key in between them, and that makes a tone. Likewise A and B. More so, whenever there is a white key in between two closed black keys, the distance between the two black keys is a tone. A tone interval is also called a full step. Now, semitone. A semitone is also known as a half step. It is the shortest distance between two closed keys on the piano. For example, from E to F. There is no black key or any other key between, so the distance is a semitone. Also, from B to C has a semitone interval. The distance from a white key to the nearest black key is called a semitone. Also from a black key to the nearest white key is a semitone distance. Now, let's learn how to count the number of semitones between two keys that are far apart. Take for instance, from C to E is 4 semitones. This is very easy to count. See how it was counted. Because I want to count the number of semitones contained between C and E, I simply started counting from the key immediately after C, which is a black key, to E, which resulted in 4 semitones. Let's apply the same method again. From C to G, we are going to count from the black key immediately after C, to G. Now, the result is 7 semitones. Lastly, let's count the number of semitones from A to G again. We will count from the key immediately after A, which is a black key, to G. The answer is 10 semitones. And that's all for now about tones and semitones. Before we go to the next section of today's topic, let's listen to the difference between a tone and a semitone. Now, enharmonics. Enharmonics simply means when one key bears more than two letter names but still sounds the same. Just like when a person has more than one name but still possesses the same character. For example, the black key immediately after C is called C sharp because it is the first black key after C. Also, the black key immediately after D is called D sharp because of the same reason. The black key immediately after F is called F sharp. The black key immediately after G is called G sharp. And the black key immediately after A is called A sharp. Note that we are going to use only the black keys as a reference in realizing enharmonics. Now, supposing we are on the key of D, the black key directly before D will now be called D flat, just because it is the first black key directly behind it. Likewise, the black key directly before E will be called E flat. The black key directly before G is called G flat. The black key directly before A is called A flat. The black key directly before B is called B flat. From this illustration, you will notice that F flat and C flat were not mentioned. This is because there is no black key found immediately behind them. Now, you can notice that the same key that was previously named C sharp is also bearing D flat as a second name. And that is the enharmonic name or enharmonic equivalent of it. So, the enharmonic equivalent name of D sharp is E flat, and the sound and the position of the key still remains the same. Now, let's see the enharmonic equivalent of other keys. Now the last section of today's topic, accidentals. Accidentals are those signs which are sharp, flat, and natural signs used to increase, decrease, or restore a note back to its original pitch. These accidentals are written immediately before a note. So, they are positioned before a note and not after. Sharp. The sharp sign increases the pitch of a note by a half step. For example, from the example, you can say that the sharp simply means play a note a semitone higher. The flat sign. When this is written before a note, it reduces it by a half step. So, it means play a note a semitone lower. Thus, the natural sign is an accidental used to cancel a flat or sharp. When the natural sign is positioned before a note that was previously sharpened or flattened, it simply instructs you to play or sing a note without any sharp or flat. Just natural. And that is the end for today. Download the note for today's topic from the link below this video description. Thanks for subscribing. See you guys later.